constipation is a global childhood disease. I think as far as the data which was generated over years has shown that initially it's as a disease of the West. In fact, initial data which came from the West shows significantly high prevalence of constipation among children in the West. For example, some studies from Greece have shown 15% of their children are suffering from constipation. Data recently generated in Netherlands shows up to 2 years of children of 2 years, up to 12% of them could have constipation. On the other hand, some of the data which are generated in Italy shows 0.7% of their children are suffering from constipation. However, we really have to understand the depth of this problem. Now, the wide diversity of the prevalence data are partly due to age group that have been studied and the definition that have been used. Certainly, the Rome 2 definition is somewhat restrictive. So, the epidemiological studies which have used Rome 2 criteria for their diagnosis purposes would have lower prevalence. Now, we have some more data from Brazil. Of course, the definitions are different, but what they show is 20% of their children are suffering from constipation. Recently, Asia has taken a bigger step to study epidemiology of constipation in this part of the world. And these data are quite interesting. In fact, they have all used well-established Rome criteria, either Rome 2 or Rome 3 criteria. These data is very interesting and they show the high incidence, roughly 25, 30, nearly 30% of childhood children are suffering from constipation in part of Hong Kong, and Taiwan are forefront of this high incidence. Now, the third world countries, so called less developed countries in Asia like Sri Lanka, has shown the prevalence of 15.2% of constipation in their school children. And we can very clearly see the epidemiological epicenter is shifting from west to east. That's where the majority of world population is. So we are going to have a major problem of constipation in Asia in years to come. The risk factors are also very prevalent in Asia. Now, for example, some studies from Asia has shown a low fibre diet is a risk factor for constipation, and studies from Taiwan has very clearly identified spreading fast food is a major risk factor for constipation. So we all know the fast food industry is thriving in our part of the world now. So we are expecting a major problem of constipation with these risk factors. The other risk factors that we have recently identified include stressful life event, either they are from school related or family related stressful life events are very significantly associated with childhood constipation. Finally, I would like to point out some of our recent studies have identified child maltreatment, including physical abuse, sexual abuse, and emotional abuse are clearly associated with constipation. So these problems are quite clearly existing in every community of this world. Therefore, I think in years to come, constipation will be a global childhood problem like other global childhood problems like pneumonia, malnutrition, and diarrhea.